Thank you. Can we please have another round of applause for the Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, for joining us today for this very different format of a fireside chat. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to spend the next 20 minutes in an interactive Q&A format. Maybe I'll just start with my first question. So according to a latest report released by the DPIIT, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Maharashtra has actually got the highest share of FDI at 29% in the first quarter of 23-24. That's commendable. And this is even more commendable considering that Maharashtra was relegated to the third position just a year ago. What is it that sets Maharashtra apart as a key state for investment in India?
Thank you for recognizing Maharashtra. And of course, Maharashtra has always been a business leader. And I still remember when I was Chief Minister, for consecutive 4 years, Maharashtra was number one in FDI. And 2 years were such that out of all FDI that came to India, Maharashtra accounted for 49% and 42% of the FDI. So it has always been a leader. Somehow we lost that spot for 2 years. But again, when we took over, we actually built the ecosystem, and I'm very happy that once again Maharashtra is number one in FDI. And I must tell you, the biggest thing is certainty. See, whenever people make a decision to invest, the boardroom talk is that the highest probability of success is in Maharashtra, because the history shows. And see, Maharashtra is not just a manufacturing state, but it's also a consuming state. It has a huge demand. And that's also one thing where, the decision is taken. And apart from that, Maharashtra has best of the infrastructure. If you look at, the roads, the electricity, our industrial parks, everything is state of art. So in infrastructure, Maharashtra leads. Apart from that, while somebody makes a decision of investment, people normally, it's a very competitive federalism in India, and all the states are offering different incentives. You may offer incentive, but one must look at ability to deliver the incentive. And that is with Maharashtra. Our balance sheet is the strongest. We may have delayed, payment of incentive sometimes, but it's not because we don't have money, because of some structural changes, it was because of some accounting practices. But otherwise, we have ability to deliver, we have ability to pay what we actually promise as a part of incentive. And one more thing which is, I think, most important is political stability. And I think when people look at Maharashtra, they see the political stability now, and moreover, our relations with the federal government. There are times when the federal government and state governments are different, but we have to work together. And right now, since the federal government and the state government both are of the same party, and our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, is our guiding force. So I think that inspires a lot of confidence in the minds of people that this state will deliver, and the central government is behind this state. So I think that has enhanced people's confidence. And lastly, I would like to tell you that we actually run the state in a very professional manner. After taking over this time, we created Economic Advisory Committee, which was headed by chairman of Tata Sons, and it had 20 strong CEOs, and they have made a roadmap of making Maharashtra a $1 trillion economy, while our Prime Minister is making India a 5 trillion economy. And we also have set up an institution of transformation, which is responsible to implement this roadmap. So I think we are very focused on all these aspects, and that's why we have regained the confidence of global community, and Maharashtra is once again #1 in FDI.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You have touched base on it, and I would like to rebound on that, infrastructure. That's extremely important. We know it's a criteria for the FDI to come. There is a visible number of projects in the state. Could you highlight to us, in your opinion, what are the most prominent projects and the most attractive that you are developing?
Sure, Joe. First of all, I would like to congratulate you,
Thank you.
for taking up, chairmanship of IFCCI.
Thank you.
I must also congratulate Sumit for leading in the turbulent times. So congratulations. Having said that, I think we have, changed the way infrastructure was delivered in the state of Maharashtra. I must tell you one example, that for 11 kilometers of metro, it took 11 years to construct. But when I took over as chief minister, we changed the way we used to create the infrastructure. We created a war room where all the infrastructure projects were monitored, and all the stakeholders were brought on a table, and all the problems were sorted then and there. So it was not a case where file is moving from X table to Y table and it's getting pending there for days together. And because of that, see, in last 5 years, we could start actually the metro network, construction of metro network of around 353 kilometers. And by next year, we'll be delivering 120 kilometers of that network. So that fast we have started working. And all the projects which today you see, the Trans-Harbour Link, which is a 22-kilometer sea bridge which will connect Mumbai to New Mumbai. An entire new ecosystem is getting created. We will be building Mumbai, which is 3 times bigger, a new Mumbai, on the other side of Mumbai, which is near New Mumbai. So this 22 kilometers bridge, which will be opened by December, or the coastal road, these are few examples how fast a state can deliver. The New Mumbai airport will be open next year. The underground metro will be open next year. The Nagpur-Mumbai communication super expressway, Samruddhi Expressway, is one example how one road can change entire ecosystem in a state. This road connects 14 districts to the JNPT port. The JNPT port is one of the largest port in India. It actually accounts for around 60% of the container traffic in India. And now this port-led development will be available to 14 districts because of this road. And see, for a 700 kilometers greenfield road, we could acquire entire land in 9 months, and we could build this road in almost 4 years. So that is a speed at which we are building infrastructure. Now our next actually project will be a new port at Vadhavan, which will be one of the biggest port of India. So JNPT right now is the biggest port, but Vadhavan will be 3 times bigger than JNPT. With a 20 meters deep draft, it can handle any ship across the world. And I think that will change the entire business scenario, since we are talking about making India a part of global supply chain. That will play a very major role in making India a global supply chain. And we understand that in today's world, for business, logistics is very important. And for that, I think we are actually creating a network of highways so that, the logistic is very hassle-free.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Mumbai, as we all know, is the financial capital of the country, and it also has a very impressive startup ecosystem. What is your experience in leveraging technology for governance?
I think technology is a huge enabler, and it's a force multiplier. And one best thing about technology is that it is same for everybody. Everybody is in a virtual queue, so it doesn't discriminate. So I think technology is something which is changing, and which is going to change the way we used to work, the way we used to conduct our business, and the way we used to look towards our job market. And I think the startup ecosystem is something which is very important. And today, in India, people always say that this city is a startup capital, that city is a startup capital. But when you look at the absolute numbers, I must tell you that in India, out of 90,000 registered startups, Maharashtra accounts for 16,000, which is the highest number. And out of 100 unicorns in India, 25 unicorns are present in Maharashtra. So the startup and unicorn capital of India is Maharashtra. It's no other place. And that ecosystem we have already created. And you see, Mumbai is a fintech hub. Mumbai is a city where already a fintech ecosystem is there. And I think with our policies, last time a few years back, we were the first to create a API sandbox for fintech, and we started a registry for fintech, and we also started giving incentives for procurement from startups. And I think that's why a huge, robust startup ecosystem is growing. And I'm very happy now that earlier it was only Mumbai or Pune which used to account for startups. But now the tier 2, tier 3 cities in Maharashtra are also coming forward, and few good startups are also coming from tier 2, tier 3 cities. So I think in days to come, I always say that when we were kids, we used to say somebody if is a great businessman, we used to say they are like Tata and Birlas. Today people say they are like Adanis and Ambanis. But to be Tatas and Birlas, it used to take 50 years, 60 years. But this startup has such a strength that you can be that in just 4 to 5 years. And that is the power of startup. That is power when you transform into a unicorn. And I think technology is something which is changing everything. And I'm very happy to tell you that Maharashtra is also data center capital, because Maharashtra accounts for 60% of the data center capacity that is created in India. And I think leveraging that, the businesses are very eager, especially the fintech sector is very eager to invest in Maharashtra.
Thank you. You've talked about the youth of this country, and that's, I think, an excellent element. All across India, of course, there is this demographic dividend and a very strong work ethics. How do you play it, particularly in your state, as an advantage to attract foreign investment?
See, you've rightly said about the demography of India, and we are proud to be one of the youngest nations in the world when it comes to the median age. And in Maharashtra, around 27% of our population is below, 65% of our population is below 27 years of age. And this aspiring population, they are actually transforming, the businesses. They come with such wonderful ideas that, overnight things transform. And I think it is their strength on which we are trying to build the new ecosystem. And basically, as you have rightly said, that in the city of Mumbai, we can see that there are wonderful work ethics. Everybody means business in Mumbai. And I think not just Mumbai, in Maharashtra, if you go to Pune or if you go to any other part of Maharashtra, I think there are very strong work ethics, there are very strong professionalism amongst the people, and that is why Maharashtra has always been on forefront, and I'm sure that in years to come, in days to come, Maharashtra will always remain the business leader.
So, one of the very important points and factors for foreign investors is sustainability and environmental responsibility. And we were speaking about it earlier at one of our panel discussions. So how do you see this balance between economic growth and this environmental sustainable responsibility?
I think this is a very important subject, because sustainability nowadays is not just a buzzword, but it's a fact of the day, because every day we are seeing the vagaries of nature, and the climate change we are experiencing in reality. This year also, due to El Nino and all those effects, we had a deficit rainfall. So I think it's very important that we work through and for sustainability. And I think so far as India's growth story is concerned, we are very lucky that today, while we are growing, we have a lot of sustainable technologies to embrace. So we can grow ourselves with sustainable technology. So far as the state of Maharashtra is concerned, we are actually in a phase of power transition. So we are embracing a lot of solar power, solar energy, and right now our entire agriculture power load, which is around 16 gigawatt, we are transforming it on solar. We have already started, this year we will be able to deliver around 4 gigawatts. We have already tendered that. So it will be a distributed solar system. We are also actually going for pump storage systems. We are also going for green hydrogen. So all the new technologies into power transition we are embracing, and I'm sure that by 2030 our at least 50% of the power supply would be from non-conventional sources or green sources. Again, you see, the biggest pollutant today is also public transport. So we are not just having a metro network, but we are also converting our public transport into EV. So in Mumbai now we have placed the biggest order for 5,000 EV buses, so that the entire Mumbai public transport by bus is transformed on EV. For our MSRTC, we are actually now transforming around 5,000 buses on low carbon fuel, so that all the emission issues are taken care of. And I think we have also started a very robust EV policy. We are creating charging stations so that this EV ecosystem is taken care of. And I think not just that, but we are also building a lot of sewage treatment plants so that our rivers are less polluted, and we treat every drop of water, so that the water pollution is taken care of. So I think all in all, I must say that sustainability is absolutely high on our priority, and whatever we are working it sustainably.
It's very heartwarming to hear about all these great projects. To conclude, I would like to go on to a more personal note, if I may. And being a Deputy Chief Minister, running a government is definitely not easy. It takes a bit of time. How do you manage to keep personal work-life balance with all these responsibilities?
I mean, I must confess that I am not right person to comment on that. But my reply would be that since the entire state is my family, my work-life balance is quite balanced, and my family, my close family understands that I have to dedicate my time to the state. So I think when you work for some cause, when you feel that you can change the lives of people, I think that is most satisfying, and that is satisfying for me, that is satisfying for my family as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much.